Good afternoon, Hattiesburg. Thanks for joining us for this COVID-19 briefing for Friday, February 5th. In terms of today's numbers, in the hospital today, between Merit Health Wesley and Forest General, we have 76 people who are COVID positive. That's 7 under where we've been for the last 2 weeks. And of those 76, 27 are in the ICU, which is 1.5 under where we've been for the last 2 weeks. We continue to see a steady overall a downward trend in that. Of course, last week we got under 90 for the first time, and then have been in the low 80s to low 70s, hitting 70 yesterday. So we're hoping that that trend continues, particularly as more people who are vulnerable get vaccinated. In terms of new cases today, there were 1,210 reported statewide with 40 new deaths. Unfortunately, since our last briefing, Forest County has seen 2 new deaths from COVID, and we send our thoughts and condolences to those families, which brings the metro area total now to 199. New positive cases today, Forest County saw 43, Lamar County saw 24, for a total of 67, and since this began, Forest County has seen a total of 6,625 new infections, with Lamar County seeing 5,385. Our 5-day average, again, another positive sign that we're seeing this number continue to drop as a whole. We're at points now, and you're going to see this in the inside 14-day number 2. We're reaching points that we haven't seen since early November, and so that's a good sign. And even now, seeing numbers below that, even that July spike. The inside 14-day number, this is the number of people who have received their positive test result in the last 2 weeks. It gives you an idea of how many active cases your community could have. In Forest County, the number's at 490. In Lamar County, the number's now at 387. So Forest County just went under 500 for the first time yesterday. Lamar County went under 400 for the first time since this spike began. And so, again, steady progress, not out of the woods yet, but we're hoping to get down, hopefully below 800 sometime in the next week or 2. Compared to a week ago, we were at 526 inside 14 days then, now down to 490. Lamar County down by about 80 as well. And so, again, getting under 900 potential active cases, and we were well over 1,300 at the height of the spike, is a positive sign. Hospitalizations also down, 85 to 76, ICU 29 to 27. Our goals continue to be protecting the vulnerable, people who are over the age of 60, people with underlying or chronic health conditions, preventing overrun of the healthcare system by slowing the spread. And speaking of hospital capacity, busy day today. We started the morning with Forest General having 7 acute beds and 1 ICU bed. Merit was in the same shape. Of course, hospital capacity usually opens up as the morning goes on and people are discharged, and then as afternoon, as surgeries and ER visits turn into hospitalizations, that will tighten back up, but still something we have to keep an eye on. Yesterday, I signed Executive Order 2021-2, which again continues all of our previous mask mandates and capacity limits. The one thing that we did change, we extended in-house dining to bars and restaurants to 11 p.m. And the reason we did that is, we went from midnight to 10 p.m. In terms of that in-house dining in bars because of the spike we saw in hospitalizations in November. We escalated very quickly, and so we tightened up to 10 p.m. And now as we start to see those numbers start to come down, we're going to cautiously make moves to open things back up. And so we went to 11 p.m., which is the statewide cutoff for alcohol sales anyway. So that was kind of a good balance to strike, and so that will be in effect for the next month. Some city news. I want to remind any of you with kids who are in K through 12 or students at Southern Miss that you can go online to hattiesburgms.com and submit a name for our newest fire pumper truck that will be coming to Station 6, which is by USM's campus, later this month. This is the first fire truck that we have that is branded for one of our universities, and so if you'll go to hattiesburgms.com, you can submit a name. That deadline is February the 10th. And finally, our act of courage. Of course, this February is Black History Month, and we encourage you to find opportunities, even though we can't do the usual events that we're used to go and see some of the trailblazers and history makers that are from our own community. And one way to do that is following the 1964 Freedom Summer Trail. You can go to hburgfreedomtrail.org. There are a number of sites that you can drive by on your own with your family and visit these sites, again, to see all of the people who shaped history in our community and even shaped history in our country. As we go into the weekend, remember to wash your hands, take care of yourself, wear a mask if you go out in public, do only what is essential, and remember, you're safer at home. Have a great weekend.